Okay, so if you do not know about the story, you can listen right now, but you can always catch up by watching the YT because I put all of these on YT for your viewing pleasure. This is called The Seventh Realm, made up by me as we sit here. Heck yeah, Max the cat. Okay, so we've got Sparky, Thane, and Sam and Miss Z hidden in this realm right here. But what I want to talk about is I want to talk about Buzz right here. Buzz is actually on top of the castle watching Miss V. And Buzz is struggling. There's a huge struggle inside of Buzz going on right now because Buzz can see the lightning bolts trying to hit her friends. Buzz can see all the things that this evil Miss V is doing. And Buzz is feeling drawn to go help Miss V destroy the abandoned realm in search of Thane. Buzz is struggling. You can see all of these glimmers in the eyes. You could see all of the struggle that Buzz was having. And Buzz took off from the castle, took off straight up in the air, fighting this demon or whatever it is that's inside of her chest, trying to grow bigger and take over her will. She almost did damage to Sam. She almost hurt Thane. That's not what her job is here in the Seven Realms. It scared her. Inside of her, she could feel whatever this is defeating her, taking over her. She shot straight up in the air. She thought if she could touch one of the moons, maybe it would dissipate. Maybe that feeling to go attack her friends would stop. And as she got further and further, higher and higher in altitude, something happened. She started to lose consciousness. She started to fall. She was falling, and there was nothing she could do. She can't move. All she could do is fall. And you could hear the screech coming from her as she's falling to the earth. And when she fell and she hit the ocean. And she hit that ocean with such might and such force that it sent a wave across the water. Every realm felt it. And as she sunk down deep into the water, she started to change back to her human form. She was falling even further, even more down to the bottom of the sea. Meanwhile, Mello the mermaid. Mello the mermaid, with Froggy on her shoulder, in front of the entrance, trying to decide what to do, whether or not they should go in, whether or not that should be something they do. She's scared because all of the mystical creatures that are in this realm are very dangerous. They're very at peace down here in the underwater realm because they all can live in peace. We're not really sure what Miss V did to them as she was using her wand and sending the blue light all over the underwater realm. And while Mello was sitting here, she could feel the impact that Buzz just had. She could feel whatever just occurred, like a sonic boom underwater. She'd never felt anything as powerful as that in the underwater anywhere. She knew that she needed to go see what was going on. So she started to swim towards all of the sound that she could feel underwater. Meanwhile, me, Kimoji, and Maritza all running for our lives because Miss V is throwing lightning bolts at us and just keeps throwing lightning bolts at us. We're trying to dodge them. I finally jump into a hole not very big, and all I could do is just hunker down, stay low, and just wait. I could see through the crack in the stone that Miss V was getting closer, and soon she would be over me and be able to see me. I look across, and at that moment, I could see Kimoji running, scurrying, getting to a place. Not the hat. I don't see her anywhere. I'm looking around. I'm so very scared. This is something I don't even know what to do, and there's no one here to guide my magic satchel. I'm looking around. I'm going to have to go find Kimoji. I have to be by her side. She has to be with me. And I look up and I look around and I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I jump up and I start running. Run! Run, I say, run! And I run as fast as I can. And I jump behind where I saw Kimoji go. And as I dove, I fell into a cavern that went down like 12 feet. I turned around and I looked up and I couldn't see how I'm going to get out of this cavern. And as I'm looking up, I feel on my shoulder. I turn around and it's Kimoji. I'm so relieved and I'm so happy. Remember, I'm her scribe. I am never to leave her side. We are together. Kimoji and I are not knowing what to do. We don't know where Miss Z is. Kimoji opens up my bag, shuffles through it, picks up the compass. There it is, the compass. We've forgotten about it. But I remember we had to change out the crystal for the egg. So now we must put the crystal back in. So we put the crystal back in and the compass starts to glow. And it glows. And it's showing us that we must go through this cave. That Miss Zena is through this cave. So we start walking through. And I tell Kimoji what I saw. I saw Maritza's captain's hat with singe marks on it. I couldn't see her anywhere. I don't know what to do. And so Kamoji said, let's find Messina. She will know what to do. And so we keep walking. And I mean, we are walking through all of these catacombs, walking. We're looking for Miss C because only Miss C will know what to do because Miss V is her evil twin. Let's see. Mello is swimming and getting closer to the area of impact. She could see something sinking to the bottom of the ocean. And she swims hurriedly over to that area. And she notices that it's Buzz. Buzz in human form. Buzz's shoulder is black, and it seems to be moving, whatever this blackness is that seems to be taking over again. Mello knows that Buzz needs oxygen. Buzz needs to get to the underwater realm. So Mello scoops up Buzz and swims as fast as she can to the underwater realm. Buzz fell about right in here. Back at the underwater realm. She swims up through the entrance and tosses Buzz up onto the land and sits on the edge of the water so that she can care for Buzz. Buzz doesn't look very well. The blackness is moving and moving. Mello wishes she knew what to do. All of a sudden, off comes the frog that's sitting on Mello's shoulder. Froggy jumps off of Mello and onto Buzz. And the frog laid down so that the belly of the frog was laying over the blackness that was on the shoulder of Buzz. And what we could notice as we're watching the frog, and the frog is green, but now is turning black. Like the frog is absorbing whatever that blackness is. And the frog is absorbing it, and you could see the blackness start to lessen and lessen as the frog absorbs more and more. And what the frog did next was the craziest thing that Mello had ever seen. The frog jumped off of Buzz, and almost like the frog was going to regurgitate. And out came a black stone, cold to the touch. It was like whatever that black stone was in the shoulder of Buzz multiplied, because we did get the black shard out. This is something Miss C needs to know. Meanwhile, me and Kamoji are going through all of these tunnels. We could hear echoing. And as we were getting closer, the echoing seemed to get louder, but shorter. We knew we were almost there. When we came around a corner, the compass glowed so bright that it lit up the room. And it was a huge, huge room inside this tunnel, this cave. And as we come around, we could see Miss C. And Miss C was meditating, concentrating on I don't know what, but concentrating like you can't break that concentration. She's doing something. We see over there that Sparky and Thane are resting. And as we peered around behind Miss C was Sam. And Sam was pacing, just pacing back and forth, pacing. Sam knew that Sam needed to be free. Sam needed to fight. Pacing. Sam was pacing. So we waited. And we have the compass in our hand. We don't know when Miss C is going to break her. She starts digging in the satchel. She remembers this little bone that she got from Maritza. A little souvenir. It looks like a little bone. Just something pretty, iridescent that Kamoji just thought she needed to have. And she remembered how much Maritza loved this little bone. Maritza kept it in her pocket. She got that little bone. She held it in her hand. And she started to whisper, "Guide Maritza to us." Just like that. Guide her. Guide her. And as she opened up her hand, the iridescent little bone started to glow. It glowed green. She could feel the heartbeat of Maritza. She knew that Maritza was alive. She told me we were very happy and very relieved. We don't know where she went. We don't know where she's at. Meanwhile, where Miss V is firing the thunderbolts at Maritza, Maritza was able to get away and underneath at an area so that she could be safe. Miss V, Miss V is angry now. She thought for sure she could destroy them because she needs to. Her desire is to destroy the 7 realms. That's what they get. That's what they get. She's as vague as Miss Z. So, Maritza, who's very cunning, is watching Miss V, notices a few things, possibly weaknesses. Miss V rides the storm. And after she passes over the abandoned realm, Maritza could sense something, could feel something. She was drawn to follow this path. She started walking. She started following the path. It led up to this huge cave. And as she got to the entrance, there were several other caves entrances inside. One seemed to glow green. So she started down that path, down that cave. Ooh, she's going to be reunited. Because together, at a team, they're almost invincible. And as she walks into the big cave, she sees me, she sees Kamoji. Messina awoke. Missy, looking straight at Maritza, said, "It's almost time." Maritza said, "I think so too." And they looked at each other like they knew what was coming next. We have to keep the dragons in this cave for safety. They won't be able to find them if we keep them here. But we need the power of Sam. We need that blue fire. Messina reaches into my satchel and pulls out a bag. It's not any ordinary bag. It does remind me of the bag that Sam would carry around her waist to train Sparky. This bag was blue. It was blue, and inside of the bag were ice cubes, just little chunks of ice. Messina grabbed a hold of that bag. She walked over to Maritza and she said, "I need you to ride Sam. I need you to ride Sam. So we need to throw some ice at Sam." So we do. She opens up the bag, throws the ice. Sam, who's pacing back and forth, sniffs the air and stops. Sees the ice, jumps on it, eats it, loves it. It's the best thing that Sam has ever had in her whole dragon life. She's never tasted such amazing things. All of a sudden, Sam is now right next to Maritza. Maritza climbs on the back of Sam, throws another ice cube. Sam eats it, purrs almost, shoots out some blue fire. And when Sam did that, Missy got an idea. So Missy said, Miss C said, I'm going to hold up my scepter, because Miss C's got a scepter. Hold on. Miss C holds up her scepter right here. Holds it up and says, Maritza, have Sam send me all the blue flame that she can. And with that, Maritza throws up another ice cube, says to Sam in the language of Sam, fire your flame onto Miss C. Sam, with no hesitation, fires the blue flame, the hottest, most powerful flame in the 7 realms at Miss C. It can destroy anything. And as Sam is down and shooting out the flames, the blue flames toward Miss C. Miss C has the scepter in her hand and is just collecting the blue flame. It's so hard for her to hold. It's so hard. It's so hot. She can feel that it's scarring her. She can feel what's happening. It's so hot. Sam stops. Messina holds on to the scepter and waits. And you could see meanwhile, in the underwater realm, Mello is helping Buzz recover. Buzz is now sitting up. The black shard is on the ground, and Mello went to go reach for it, and Buzz said, "Don't touch it." Buzz said, "Please don't touch it. It needs to stay right there. No one should touch it." Buzz is back to normal. Buzz can't feel the draws of Miss V, can't feel the evil coursing through her body. She's never been to the underwater realm in this capacity. She says to Mello, "I need to look around. I need to see what Miss V was up to." So Mello goes to the entrance of the underwater realm while Buzz starts to wander through the forest. And as Buzz comes around, Buzz could feel somebody looking at her, somebody watching. There's eyes. The hairs on the back of her neck start to stand up. She knows there's danger. She can feel something's not right. Heck yeah! Okay. I know. Well, there it is. Hey! Buzz feels it.